Michael B. Jordan enters his directorial debut in the third entry of the Creed franchise, taking on a contender from his past with some heavyweight consequences and an emotional backstory. As Jonathan Majors proves he's one of the best actors working now, he definitely gives Adonis Creed a hefty challenge as the character Damian Anderson. Welcome back to Strictly Casual. My name is Ryder, and I got a chance to see an early screening of Creed 3, so I'm going to be giving my non-spoiler thoughts and giving you some insight as to why you should consider seeing this film. Off the bat, I think this is the best of the trilogy, and that's tough to say considering I think the first one is one of the best reboots of any franchise out right now. This is definitely a character-driven story, and I'm sure you're going to be hearing about how great Michael B. Jordan is and Jonathan Majors, and I want to touch on why they're so great together and what elevates this to a more emotional take at the boxing storyline that we've gotten from Rocky and now in the Creed franchise. What sets this film apart and makes it so special is the relationship between Adonis Creed and Damian Anderson. Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors both give so much to this role that you go all in on both of their characters, that when it comes to these fights, both physical and verbal, you are all in, and it's hard to really side with one another because they both have such great points of view. Now, we see that Damian Anderson, he has a chip on his shoulder, and he feels like the world owes him something because of the time he lost being put away in jail for a storyline that you'll find out from the film. Because of the connection of these two characters, every single punch thrown has more gravity. We see that even in the verbal fights. There's a lot of layers to kind of pick apart with these two characters, and I think it's easy to appeal to both of them because they both have such compelling stories at this point in their lives. At this point in Creed's life, he's definitely stepped away from the ring in a sense, and he's playing more of a mentor role to up-and-comers in a new gym that he's running. I think it's a great position that Michael B. Jordan's character's in, and it makes for a great arc in this film, as well as in the whole trilogy, to kind of step away from the spotlight and give someone else a chance to shine as a boxing champion. Like with any of the great Rocky films and the past two Creed movies, they're very emotional because they delve into the struggles of having a family and being a boxer and the risks that you take by risking your life, essentially, being in the ring while trying to balance being a father, being a husband, and being a mentor out to different people in your circle. We definitely get to focus on the family. We get to focus on Tessa Thompson's character, Bianca, and her music career and how she's dealing with that, as well as now Creed has a daughter, which we've seen. He's kind of training her a little bit, giving her motivation for what's going on there. And I think they have a great relationship, and I don't want to spoil too much about kind of what that entails, because I think it's really the heart of this film, and I really love what they did with Creed's daughter. Now to get to Jonathan Majors, I really think this guy, like I said, is one of the best actors working, and we see him go all in on this role. He's mean, he's tough, he's huge. I mean, he looks like a powerful force in every line that he delivers. He has this great sense of calmness to him. He's very gentle and very particular with his line delivery, but he can also deliver a punch that feels so heavy, and just every moment that he delivered felt so real, and I believed him every step of the way, which is just so amazing to see. I also have to point out the sound design's pretty great. Look, this film should be seen in IMAX, all right? Especially that third act, that final, the final fight that we all know and love from these films. I think the sound design from every punch feels so real. I know they're kind of pulling their punches as well as kind of faking how they do it, but with the sound design, the punches sound so guttural, visceral, I should say. And it makes for a great time when you're watching it. You could see on IMAX, every close-up, it looks like they're actually delivering these punches, which I believe they actually did kind of hit each other sometimes based off interviews and stuff like that. The film has some great set pieces, motivating soundtrack to that training montage we all know and love. I mean, it's all there. Everything you would want in a Creed film is there and kind of amped to the max. I definitely think the sports kind of boxing, fighting genre in general has always had great films because they're emotional. And, they bring people together because they are motivating and encouraging for, whether it's like physically to go out and train or motivating mentally for you to kind of have a better state of mind. And I think this film really does that well. If anything, I think this film is to show the strength of family and how they empower us to do great things. Whether it's giving an old friend a chance to get them back on their feet and give them help, or showing support as a spouse or a father, this film has some great moments like that. Michael B. Jordan as a director also made some great choices that I really respected, understood, saw clearly, and really enjoyed. I appreciate it so much. We saw him talk about how they're kind of like anime punches and stuff like that, and anime inspired, and you could definitely see that, especially when it comes to that third act. You see some story elements brought in that's very artistic, and it's an artistic choice that may seem kind of weird, but it works, and I think he delivered so well. I think he did a fantastic job directing this. I'm looking forward to his next project. This now being the third in the franchise, kind of the ending of the trilogy, they did a really solid job at amplifying this genre, I guess you can say, and turning it into its own thing. I definitely recommend seeing this film opening weekend with a packed crowd. I I think it adds to the ambiance, makes you feel like you're actually at a real boxing match. Kudos to Michael B. Jordan. Jonathan Majors delivered both a nuanced and powerful performance that I could watch on loop over and over again because he's just that good. And this film succeeded because I'm trying to hit the gym and look as in shape as these guys do. If you plan on seeing this film, let me know down in the comments below. Leave a like if you enjoyed my thoughts on this film. Be sure to subscribe because we cover all the latest in movies, TV, gaming, pop culture. We'll have more reviews coming out for future films that you're excited to see, as well as breakdowns, reactions, live streams, and fun video essays and stuff like that coming up here on the channel. Follow me and Strictly Casual down in the links below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you very soon.